Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. I regret to inform you it is once again time to grab your updates because we're taking another trip to Reddit to address some drama going on over there. Yes, the platform known for actively looking the other way when real predatory behavior is being hosted on their platform has once again used their resources to crack down on anime girls. This time we're focusing on the Fate Grand Order subreddit. It is a subreddit dedicated to this gacha game that is quite popular. Now, yesterday on the 10th, Fate Grand Order released a new summer event. I believe it's only available in the Japanese servers for now, but with this event came some new animated videos as well as new servants, outfits, and other in-game assets that players could collect. And of course, naturally, after the release of this event, players were releasing some of these in-game assets and posting them onto the related subreddit, which within only a few hours was taken down by Reddit itself. Now, there's a lot of factors that went into this decision and this ban, but there's really one area that a lot of people were focusing on in terms of what got this subreddit banned, and it focuses on this character right here. This is Chloe von Einsburn. She is a very popular character from the Fate franchise, and this is the new servant based on her character that is available in that summer event. You can see in this card here, she is in a bikini, and that is really the main focus here. So a lot of people believe that this character is responsible for the server going down because of her revealing outfit and the fact that she is, of course, a lolly. Now, what's interesting is Chloe has been a part of Fate Grand Order for many years. In fact, she was one of the first servants I ever received when I was playing the game a few years back. I had that character at least 4 years ago, and here is the original design. And it's important to keep in mind because she's essentially wearing a bikini, right? You can see the amount of skin shown, a lot of midriff and things like that. And keep that in mind because it's not really any different than the card that we're going to look at today in the new designs from the summer events. But yeah, it's not really surprising that this is once again gatekeeping people. Chloe, Ilya, Miyu, and other lolly characters from the Fate franchise have been the ultimate gatekeepers, okay? They have some of the most revealing lolicon-related designs in the Fate Grand Order gacha game, and in terms of the anime itself, Fate contains some of the most hardcore lolicon fan service you'll ever see in a mainstream anime, and it's served as a gatekeeper, okay? I can't tell you how many supposed Fate fans are vapid anti-lolicons, but they still consume this franchise that actively shows this kind of stuff and sells it to people through Fate Grand Order, the game itself. But nonetheless, this is one of the outfit designs. Of course, this is the first ascension of this character, and in true gacha fashion, the more you ascend your character, meaning the more resources you invest into the character to see it grow, the less clothes it's going to have. So as you ascend, Chloe, of course, just loses more clothing and gets into more revealing outfits, eventually leading to bikinis, and beyond this, she's just in a straight-up bikini, which, to me, really isn't a big deal because she's flat as a board. Like, you can keep revealing things, but there's not a lot to see, right? There's not a lot of really anything to focus on. Really, the main thing that's being shown in terms of skin is her midriff. And like I said, that's not much different than the previous servants that have been based on this character that already exist in the game. However, that's what got this server largely banned, and only a few hours later, the server was unbanned, but it came at a very steep cost. So the owners of the subreddit made a long post detailing some necessary measures they had to take to make sure the server was allowed to exist. Now you can see there's 408 updates and about 1,000 comments. Clearly, this was a pretty controversial set of decisions. And yeah, I'm sorry for flashbanging you with the brightness here, but I don't have a Reddit account, so I can't change this to dark mode. And yeah, I will not apologize for that. I refuse to get a Reddit account, but nonetheless, let's look at some of these changes because they're quite laughable, let's be honest. So here is a list of newly banned Ascension arts that you can no longer post in this subreddit. Of course, it contains some historical characters and servants like Jack the Ripper, which, in case you're not familiar with Fate Grand Order, the servants are based largely on historical figures, and Jack the Ripper is based on, obviously, the historical version, but this version is a cute lolly. Just to give you a little for your information on that one. But that design, or at least that second ascension, is now banned alongside other characters like Abigail and Helena. But the big ones are down here. These are the most recent ones from the summer event that launched yesterday. You have Chloe and Melusine, which really the big focus was on Chloe, because that was what largely people were posting onto that subreddit. So they banned all of these, and it's very strange to me that you have to go to these lengths just to exist as a subreddit, because like I indicated very clearly, there is a ton of lolly characters, and the Fate Grand Order game itself features an immense amount of lolicon artwork and ecchi designs. Like, it is pretty unmatched, even among gacha games, the amount of lolicon fan service they have in the game. So really, having to go to these lengths just to exist seems very silly. And part of the problem, as you'll see as we go through this, it's like how much of this is Reddit and how much of this is the mods and owners of this subreddit clamping down with their own views of these topics. Like, is it all just from the higher ups, or is it really just the moderators and the owners using this as an opportunity to flush out things they don't like? But nonetheless, another thing that they banned that was pretty controversial was sprites comics. You may have seen these before. This post right here is satirizing these recent changes and the banning of sprites. But you might have seen this format before, where they use in-game assets to have dialogue and comics based on the Fate Grand Order style. And this is something that they are just outright getting rid of. And they spent a whole lot of time, an entire light novel here, detailing why they're doing this. Part of it is they're saying that they're bad. A lot of them are bad, which is really strange. I mean, like, if it's bad, then let people criticize it. I don't really understand. But their main reason for getting rid of these sprite comics has to do with the fact that people were posting some troubling content in these comics, including things that are infringing on the rules of this platform. Content that was once mostly lighthearted has devolved into a free-for-all of open fetish content, sexualization of child/child presenting characters, non-consensual romantic or even sexual content, and more. So that's what it's really about. They're removing these comics that are very popular on this subreddit, by the way, because of these reasons. And of course, you see language like child/child presenting characters. Like, what does that even mean? And that probably applies to a lot of characters because there's so many lolly characters in this game. So that seems to be like the main reason here. And again, for Fate Grand Order, it's an incredibly lolicon heavy franchise, and also very heavy on the fetishes too. Like, they don't hold back on any of that stuff. So that's banning a lot of content. But nonetheless, they came up with their solution to that, and that's just to ban everything. Ban the sprite comics, also to ban all of the problematic Ascension artwork and designs, and very kindly of them, they're providing a little 30-day grace period to get this illicit material out of here. But yeah, that is their final solution to this problem, is just to basically axe all of the core principles of this franchise and the subreddit. And, you know, some people are accepting its fate, but a lot of people are just like, well, this sucks. This is pretty much the only reason I came here. And it's reflected in the comments. We're going to read a few of them, but right here at the top, they point out an interesting comparison. They say, I still find it hilarious that I have never seen Blue Archive get banned, even though most of what they post is above the levels of this sub, which is a fair and hopefully a point that stands, because Blue Archive has a lot of lolly characters as well, and their subreddit is pretty degen when it comes to that stuff. They have plenty of it, so they've never been hit, but for some reason, the Fate Grand Order subreddit has been hit. Hopefully, the Blue Archive one never gets hit, but it is an interesting comparison. Like, again, it reflects back onto, is this all just Reddit from the top, or is this the Reddit mods and owners of this server taking the opportunity to clamp down on this stuff that they clearly have a personal problem with? But yeah, again, you see a lot of comments about the sprite comics. I mean, people are just upset about that. And of course, anime girls being removed from anime girl subreddits. Like, come on, like, it's getting a little bit ridiculous. But I found this post to be interesting. So it says, the beauty of consolidated forums run by a single corporate entity. I miss when internet forums had total control over their content and I didn't have to worry about the higher ups. And I think that is a great point. That was a different time. Like if you're around, decade plus ago, that's how things were. Very untouched from the top. You had your own separate little consolidated forums, and it was nice. And unfortunately, if you want to have anything on Reddit, you are risking a ban anytime you push the limits even slightly. Or if you piss off the wrong person, and basically your subreddit is done. You're going to have a very hard time existing. But also, as I stated earlier, a lot of people had an issue with the comics going down because despite even personal disinterest in it, it brought a lot of people into the subreddit in the first place, and it kept it very active. I mean, it appears to me that that is the most popular thing hosted on that subreddit. And yeah, even people who don't enjoy them are like, well, this is not good. It was a healthy, organic part of the server, and now it's gone. But to wrap up this video, the subreddit still exists. It's just heavily neutered, and it's all because of this character right here. Once again, gatekeeping. Unfortunately, it's having consequences for the subreddit, which is a very mixed bag, by the way. Looking around the subreddit and also hearing people's comments about it, it seems like it's a subreddit that is very mixed in terms of the kind of people who are there. You have a lot of tourists, people who are very upset about these lolly characters and hate fan service. They hate ecchi things. They really just hate a lot of the foundational things this game is based on. But you also have a lot of people who are very active players and respect the content and the franchise, who go there for things like updates on the game, news, and things like that, as well as comics and art and other things like that. And they're really just kind of getting the short end of the stick here, and Reddit is clamping down so hard in the subreddit that's probably going to scare away a lot of those dedicated fans and dedicated members of that subreddit who have good intentions and respect for the source material here, which is, of course, Fate. But nonetheless, that is going to do it for this video. Another Reddit moment captured. But yeah, I hope this was informative, and I'm going to have to go take a shower, get some of these updates off of me, and yeah, Wholesome Chungus 100. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please share all of your thoughts about today's topic in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.